Yeah, it's your boy P. My little Red Riding Hood shit going on in this bitch today. Today we talking about what kind of intervention is needed in our communities in lieu of what happened to our baby Jazmine Barnes. And condolences to her family. Good looking out, Sean King, on getting the bounty up, and your wife, Rye King. Good looking out. Everybody who's engaged to the cause, you know what I mean? Us out here in Texas, man, we feel that shit on the ground, man. We feel that shit a little differently than everybody else, man. So I had to kind of just take me a breather and, kind of collect my thoughts and shit, man. Shit, we feel that shit right out here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what kind of intervention do we need in order to get some sort of feel good happening for us? I'm just saying, we just talking about feel good, right? Because the shit hurt. You know what I mean? We hurting for Jazmine right now because she can't be hurt no more. You know what I mean? It's a fucked up world that took you out, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta see what we gonna make or not make out of our situation that we living in right now. I did a little chat sit in. I like to sit into people's chats and stuff like that. Chat room going in, you know what I mean? I like to do that shit from time to time, every now and a few. And I made my way to my boy Geoff TV. Shout out to Geoff Brown, comedian Geoff Brown. Go follow him at Geoff TV on YouTube. And we got into a little conversation in the chat about the situation with Jazmine Barnes. Now, and I made a comment there, and I'm going to address that. And I want to kind of see, just going to throw it out there to my subscribers. Y'all do with it what y'all will, but I just want to start off by saying new black media, our role in this anti-black war that we're dealing with has always been to address a blackout on certain stories, certain topics, certain ideas, right? Shit that we won't see in the dominant society's media. And everything you hearing from various personalities that you list as your new black media or whatever, it's opinion based. Let me just precursor with it that, but everybody is weighing their opinion against a collection of fact, collection of data that they have access to. It's like we got life experiences, we got books, we got the internet. But what happened during the chat was I responded to one of the chat room people who brought up Jazmine Barnes. I think her name was Black Darkness 1942. She said she was going to subscribe to me. Thank you for that subscribe, Miss Lady. I appreciate it. And it was, just related to what she brought up about Jazmine Barnes and what the chat room brought up about Jazmine Barnes, and what we need to do about it. And I expounded on it and got on to what I felt about it, saying that random violence is going to have to be met with random violence at some point, right? And that was what got the room kind of jumping a little bit. That was my way of like walking into a room and saying, all right, who got a heartbeat around this bitch? Where are my Aries and Libra-minded motherfuckers in this bitch? Let me get to where they at in the room, you know what I'm saying? So I can talk to them about this shit, right? I mean, just a little that nigga type of roll call. Like, who know where this conversation gonna go after a motherfucker walk into the room and say some shit like this, right? And Geoff actually responded to me. Geoff Brown responded to me reading my comment, because Geoff don't miss nobody comment. He try to read everybody comment. And his response was like, well, anybody talking like that must not have had to deal with this and that or deal with that type of shit or whatever. And I was like, all right, OG, you know what I mean? I'm just holding it in, you know what I mean? I'm just holding it in, I didn't even have to address it. I could have been like, oh, well, nigga, I will blah, blah, blah. OG, let me show you, OG. I show my OGs, OG. I will blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But nah. You know what I'm saying? Geoff, I'm a young man, Geoff, but I'm before the generation of motherfuckers that got on the internet talking about how they gonna show somebody this and that. You know what I mean? You can't goad at me and poke at me with that type of carrot. You know, you can't make me send you my location just off that kind of reply, Brother Jeff. I mean, I do this a lot. I'm this motherfucker in real life. So when the gloves come off, the mask come off, I already know where this conversation go, right? I've done it so much that where I know where to land it. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to do that. You know what I mean? I've done that in a room full of older cats before, and the answer was kind of similar to what Jeff gave. You know, walk into a room full of older cats, you know what I'm saying? Gangster killing type niggas, it'd be like, y'all niggas need to calm down. We ain't on that shit tonight. You know what I mean? The young niggas just getting sat down for a little bit. It ain't nothing, right? It really ain't nothing. So for the person who asked me, what should we do? The name was Black Darkness 1942. And if I say your name wrong, if I fucked it up, damn, I'm sorry, Miss Lady, damn. My bad, damn. But the answer that I gave you, I wasn't picking with you, ma'am. That was my answer. You know what I mean? The hierarchy of street-minded, street-bred, and a hierarchy of street Negro-dom, you know what I'm saying? That's where my answer sits, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, I see there has to be some balance added to this dual extreme equation we living in right now, where one extreme is white supremacist terrorist motherfuckers killing black people at will. The other is black people suffering from a paralysis of analysis type of shit, right? Not doing anything but the same old song and dances and shit, right? Where's the middle ground to this equation? So, you know, since white supremacist society don't want peace with us, right? Like, no matter where they at with us, they catch y'all at work, they catch y'all at the grocery store, they catch y'all at the park. They want violence and drama with us. Every point of encounter 24/7 that they have with us, right? So what trick bag do we go into when addressing their energy is what I was getting at, because we can't just be no punching bag. And of course, only a fool would talk war strategy on the enemy's platform. Like, I'm not gonna be on YouTube talking that type of shit. But being a punching bag, hey, that's an easy one to address, because that can't be the answer. And that's what I kind of felt Jeff was saying as an answer. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not progressive for us to even pretend like we a punching bag, even for a small amount of time on the motherfucking clock. You know? I'm gonna get into that later. It's a real money related reason as to why we can't pretend to be punching bags and continually take violence against us on the chin repetitively, right? With no end date in sight type shit, right? And if y'all been on my channel, you probably already know what I'm talking about. You probably already know what I'm about to get at, but I'm gonna explain that to you. So in terms of adding balance to this dual extreme equation, one extreme is white people killing black people because we're melanated, and we remind them that the melanin-rich universe wants them dead and not us. They feel it's our fault that even that they have to be on Earth, you know what I mean? And that, why does the melanin universe make them suffer so much? And why didn't the melanin universe make them us? Why didn't that happen? And so they're mad, and they're mad they can't live on Earth to the same optimization level that we do naturally. All right. No sunscreen, no dick pills, no uterine transplants, no none of the shit like that needed. Just everything is white genocide, like Professor Black Truth say. We got the Piscean era turning into the Aquarian age, and the Piscean era is the age of religion. White supremacy is their religion. It's coming to an end. You understand? So it's that kind of jealousy-based animosity. They bottle it up and they aggress out of all of that. Watch my video, The Inferiority Within Richard Spencer's Cheat to Win Mentality, where I explain that whole process, it just leads to white people killing black people, right? So the point is, they know whether they attack us or not, that all this shit that I just listed is in full effect 24/7, right? So just to keep us at a bird's eye view of this shit, right? So if you're a black person that prioritizes black optimization out of all of what's facing us and what's facing the others, you know what I mean? And you all about shit like black businesses, pro-black empowerment politics, pro-black empowerment lobbyism, etc. If you about all that, and in your ideas about adding balance to this one side of the equation of white supremacist society just throwing violent tantrums on us at will, and you don't subscribe to the eye for an eye, meet violence with violence crowd, right? And when situations like what happened to our baby Jazmine Barnes come up, you say, y'all niggas need to calm down, we ain't on that shit tonight. You are a part of what I call team deception. That's what I say. War is deception. So you're on team war. Like literally, that's what you're on. Still, you're still on team war, right? Except you're on the part of the eye for eye radar that leans to more of the rest of that eye for an eye quote out of the Bible in Matthew. You know what I'm saying? If I remember my Bible and shit correctly, you know what I'm saying? I used to be a Hebrew Israelite, but I don't know if I remember that shit. But it's eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. But also turn the other cheek when a motherfucker slap you, type of shit. That was the rest of that quote, right? So it's cognitive dissonance off the rip. You know what I mean? Which I don't feel. Eye for an eye is the punishment. Should fit the crime type of shit. But turning the other cheek is not a good policy for handling crime and crimes against you and your people. You know what I'm saying? So, but okay, it's a warfare play, basically, is what I want to say, to kind of select which side of that you want to fall on, the eye for an eye shit at any point in time, right? And we can just see from the quote that one side was not meant to always be in effect over the other, which gives both sides some manner of credence, right? But warfare is deception, and you people who follow the y'all niggas need to calm down, we ain't on it like that tonight, brother, kind of logic, it's just your role on the team. You kind of do your snotting and crying up front and on the white supremacist media cameras, you know what I mean? When something happened to you and your people, when something fucked up happened to your people, I mean, what else y'all do? Y'all kind of you're gonna smile it off in the streets with members of the dominant society and other people. You smile it off with all the other groups who do the shit to you. You kind of, if it's somebody who not in your family, like a Jazmine Barnes, after a while, you're going to settle into the logic of, well, it ain't my family. But in the back of your mind, you know it's your family. You know what I'm saying? This is an anti-black war we fucking with, right? It's just not your family, right? But even if it was your family, you'll do the same, right? You'll be crying on the news, right? When members of the dominant society ask you, how you doing today? I mean, you the type of person that say, I'm fine, even though you know you hurt bad about what your people going through. You know what I'm saying? You're still giving them the illusion of, hey, niggers are still happy, and we kill them because we feel jealous of them. I feel tough, right? Right? You give them that pleasure, and you smile it off and all of that. Even though you may feel enraged, you keep it calm, right? That's team deception in a nutshell. And when it comes to you sitting down kicking war room philosophy, if you've been up on it, then you're ready to contribute to it. Or if not, then you just kind of been lulled into, not focusing on that type of stuff, tactically speaking. You'll just sit down, you'll take notes. You're ready to play whatever part get thrown onto that picture that your team is a part of. And that is still good business, is what I'm saying, team deception. Your role is needed in order for us to, as a people, get one singular job done. To check my string hangage. Because that one singular job is black empowerment. So, We need that. We'll talk about black rulership later. Right now, we all are prioritizing black empowerment, right? From the other perspective, in terms of adding balance to this dual extreme equation, one extreme is white people killing black people because we're melanated and remind them that the melanin-rich universe wants them dead and not us. They go to this jealousy-based animosity, they bottle it up, and they aggress us, carrying all of that, right? Carrying that shit, right? And your mentality is, okay, I prioritize black empowerment, I prioritize black businesses, I prioritize pro-black politics, I prioritize pro-black lobbyism, etc. And when situations like what happened to our baby Jazmine Barnes come up, you say, we got to answer random violence with random violence. You're on team Band-Aid, is what I say. You about putting a Band-Aid on top of the hurt just so you can hold your head up when you walk the streets. If you one of them, it's like you one of them cops out in Houston, you know what I mean? And you know the cops did it, like I've been saying, and you say, fuck it, I'm going to do blah, 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 whatever, on the give back side and keep it low. Or if you a Houston cop and you say, man, the description of the shooter given by Jazmine's sister was a motherfucker with a beard. Why they playing us for stupid with this fake ass Steve Nash motherfucker they keep putting up on the screen as a suspect, right? How they just gonna remove the motherfucking beard, right? I heard the composite sketch artist getting coached into drawing that bullshit from across the hall at the precinct. You know what I mean? Man, I'm gonna do blah, 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 whatever on the give back side and keep it low, right? Just some examples. You feel that in this anti-black war we dealing in now, we're in not being pushed over mode. We're in protect our reputation mode. Our reputation of not being a pushover ass race when it comes to someone physically harming us. You understand? That's what I was trying to get at with the brother Geoff. And I might send him this video or send him an email to let him know this, but I don't think there was no misunderstandings about what I meant in the comments and in the chat. But if it was, okay, this kind of clears it up. But we have to restart our reputation for defending ourselves and defending our people at some point. If you was born in the early 80s, like me, you know what it feel like to walk the block amongst whoever, mixed company, whoever, walk the street, rather, because we're in a mixed company world right now. The streets is a mixed company world. You ain't just going to an all black place where it's just all black insulated. Everybody know everybody. I mean, everybody kind of mind their own black business type of shit. You ain't going to an all black Walmart, you know what I'm saying, where there's no white supremacists out there emboldened and lurking around, you know what I'm saying, every step of your day, like you may have been used to. You might be used to some shit that's opposite of that, right? And we are around other groups that want to treat us like the pushover race all day, is what I'm saying. And just from my stance as, you know, my generation, you know what it feel like to walk the streets and have that reputation precede you of us not being pushovers, is what I'm trying to get at. Sometimes a random slap upside the motherfucking head is the Band-Aid action. I mean, that's needed to remind the motherfucker that, you know, this is necessary. I can see where that shit has usefulness, is my point. And I was trying to express that in the chat with Geoff, and everybody, you know, I hope y'all got it. Look at the LA riots. Cops was out of control, beating up on Rodney King in the process of their uncivilized police culture they have out there being carried out, right? Riots popped off. And how many random white people got their heads cracked, just like Rodney King did randomly? A lot. But what happened after that? And I got people from LA that will tell you that white people was, you know, they'll tell you what white people was like on the ground after that happened. I can call them up. And all that fucking with black people, all willy-nilly, it kind of smoothed out a little bit, right? It got a band-aid put on it, right? A little act right induced band-aid. So why is it a band-aid? Well, because white supremacist society laid dormant, in my opinion, until they could organize their white supremacist militia groups into the police forces of America, their white supremacist gangs also into the police forces of America, start doing racialized killings, right? From the seat of policing. It's called race soldiery, which that turned into emboldening the everyday white supremacists, etc., right? It exasperated itself that way. They have a system that they can run to and rip off the band-aid, but the shit still can't go unaddressed, is my point. All of that is the makings of Team Band-Aid. And at any time, white supremacist society, they can rip any band-aid off black people, attacking them randomly or otherwise off, and bring in their white supremacist gangs, race soldiers, and all that other shit. But we still don't have the option not to address their random killings of us. Follow me. I said on my video, Protecting Black Businesses, that if the dominant society doesn't respect us in the streets, black businesses, black enclaves, none of that will ever get off the ground. So if indeed both teams that I'm framing up are talking about black empowerment, prioritizing black optimization through black businesses, black cohesion, pro-black empowerment politics, pro-black empowerment lobbyism, etc., the business community and the community building part ain't even gonna get off the ground if we're not playing that card right, the defense card right. Building a business in the hood, shit, is an uphill battle enough. We're just getting people around it to respect it. I know from experience. I've built businesses in the hood, right? My own city, right? But in a world where white supremacist motherfuckers will even roll through the hood attacking black homes and businesses because the defense logistics is not in place. You see what I'm saying? That's the fucking problem. Even if you want your businesses and your communities to be integrated and whiteified and their little Mayo safe ass neighborhoods or next to their businesses in areas they said, hey, let me, what's the way to put it? Like, let's say they walked up to you and was like, hey, you niggers want businesses here? Fine, pay this rent on this white owned land. Now I can't guarantee you're gonna be safe here, nigger, but okay, we're always gonna be under the threat of getting vandalized, bombed out, fucked up if we have to be around them. Just in this example. So, if they don't fear violence, get back, act right, black guns, black airplanes in the sky, motherfucking black defense on the ground, for fucking with black people as a preclude, if that doesn't preclude their thought when they see somebody black moving a business in or walking into a bank trying to get a loan in one of these areas, like an area that they get the drop on gentrifying us, or gentrifying the shit or some shit. You get me? I'm just trying to put it out in the scope of some real life shit that we go through trying to handle black businesses and black economy building, black morale building. Look at how other groups judge us. You know what I mean? They haven't cemented in their brains that laying a hair on black men, women, and children will be met with force. They not all of a sudden going start to have the idea in their brains when they see a black business pop up. You know what I mean? Let's say in one of these cities that they trying to gentrify right now, like Harlem and Inglewood, and LA and Long Beach, all that shit. That's a setup. That sets us up if we not forward thinking like that. And that's my point. So if a self-defending reputation doesn't precede us, and we're looked at as pushovers on the street, it's not going to translate into the business world. We can just hang it up, right? Get exterminated and just leave the fight now. Quit trying to build all that shit. That's for both teams, right? Team Deception and Team Band-Aid. Just quit now, right? And that was my overarching message to Jeff. And I fuck with you, Jeff. I got love for you, OG. Watch what I do when your super chat start up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But that was my point. You're either on team deception or you're on team band-aid out here. But I hit y'all with that team band-aid to let y'all know where I'm coming from with it. You know what I'm saying? Let me do this real quick. You know what I'm saying? I come from a hit me, I hit you back some kind of way. I don't care who get it as long as it's one of yours mentality. And one thing Jeff also brought up is that he was like, man, I can't see taking out innocent people, man, because that was an innocent little girl, man, right? He was like, man, I can't see taking out innocent people, man. Even when one of our innocent people get taken out, I guess is what he was trying to get at. He's like, I can't see it, And my response to that is, I could say that about a military nigga, Jeff. I mean, taking a little swipe at my military brothers. But, I would say, yo, military niggas gotta be ethical and leave entire black villages and black countries alone when you just want to kill Gaddafi, right? Leave entire villages alone when y'all just want to go bomb Saddam Hussein, right? I could say that. But is that what y'all do? No. And okay, you want us to do different, big bro. You want us to do different than the motherfuckers you run with and yell Semper Fi with. I get it, bro. I get it. All right. Okay. Because if y'all didn't know, our brother Geoff Brown, he was a Marine. And I've said on this channel, I talk to military niggas all day, all the motherfucking time about that shit. And they tell me the shit they gotta do and how they feel about it and what they're told to feel about it by their higher ups, right? And I think you said you didn't see combat, Jeff. So for the point of me talking, Jeff said he didn't see combat. So to even be talking about the emotion or what a nigga should be having on his mind when he on his enemy's ground where he's strapped up ready to go type shit. Me personally, Jeff, I'm like, man, I'm maybe not the nigga to talk to about that shit, Jeff. You understand me? I'm gonna just say that. It's like, okay, nigga, all right, nigga, you know what I'm saying? If you know me. But like back to the military and what niggas get told to feel about getting everybody, I don't care who get got as long as they the enemy, man, woman, or child type shit. As long as they the enemy that white supremacist society tell us to go get, right? What they get told to feel about it is exactly what you was purporting we should not be doing, Big Brother Jeff. They told y'all not to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I see where that idea start from. Jeff is a real moral dude, man. He a good dude. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. And overall, we got to weigh this, in a society and weigh this and that in a society, right? Okay, I get it. But I was just dropping that art of war. You know what I mean? I was dropping that art of war in the chat too. You know what I mean? Let me just toot my own horn. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But let me just say, I was dropping that art of war in the chat, right? I was like, cowardice leads to capture and recklessness leads to destruction. We already captured as a people. You know what I'm saying? So we got to think our way around the destruction of certain recklessness. You know what I mean? Certain recklessness. That was my point I was getting at. Like, we already in a captured state as a people. So, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Another thing, from the art of war, there's no such thing as, there's a such thing as foolish speed, but nothing is ever gained from prolonging. You know what I mean? Just prolong, sitting back, doing nothing, right? And that I factor in when I hear brothers talk like Brother Jeff. But, what can I say? What can I the fuck say? I respect you, G. I'm not doing this in the spirit of no animus towards you. I just kick a pro-black narrative about everything. I'm on with this type of shit, OG. I mean, I'm really, really on this shit. OG, I'm on this mentality. That's all I'm trying to say. What else, man? Damn. Jeff, he also brought up, we may need to hire some PIs to investigate although baby Jazmine Barnes' murder and try to stay on their heads, all right? And I can't shoot it down because we ain't tried it yet. I'm saying, but how do we know that they can be bought and paid for in a system of white supremacy, right? Like, what kind of accountability do they have to black empowerment? And are they a part of any organization that has a history of selling black people the fuck out? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of punishment can we affect if one of these PIs sell us the fuck out? You know what I mean? Those will be my next questions, right? These are the same questions I'm vetting our black banks with, you know what I mean? Once I start dropping those interviews and watch my videos on pro-black lobbyism, the One United Bank, Carver Bank, watch those videos and it'll frame your thought around a line of questioning that works good for vetting anybody seeking to do business with black people claiming that they fuck with us as we set out for empowerment, right? But yeah, that's the business. Like I said, travel in peace, our young queen, Jazmine Barnes. And, we giving you love, shouting your family out from North Texas up here, the upper part of Texas where we at. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. So you know when I'm dropping. Get a job.